Lucky I ain't let that tool hit. I keep it real, these other niggas out here living moving strips. Feeling just like ludicrous.
The producer room haven't had a new episode in like 3-4 weeks. We had to come back with a banger. The man, the myth, Khris James.
What sound, man? What y'all on? We in this bitch, Khris James, EXO shit, a lot of EXO shit. We thugging, right? What up?
A bunch of it. Man, before we even get into it, I gotta give my man Khris James the ultimate praise. We were working on a whole bunch of stuff. He had gone to Utah. He just told me everything was getting so crazy, and he was like, bro, I got to put my all into this project right now. As soon as it's done, we're going to start off exactly where we left off and get to it. And bro, people just say things all the time, this, that, whatever. But it wasn't 30 minutes after the album dropped that Khris hit me and said, Carl, what's going on, my boy? I want to pick up right where we left off. I want to do the interview too. I want to get rocking on the music. I want to get rocking on my solo stuff.
Yes.
Right into it. And we did the interview the exact next day. No time wasted or anything. So I appreciate you big time, man.
And I had to get it out the way. Oh, they saying it's echoing. We got to make sure how we get it, not the echo.
Man. I don't know.
Fuck it. Look,
we could put mute the computer.
How we still echoing, man? How we looking? What we doing?
I think we're good now. I got my computer muted. Is echoing or no?
We good. First, I want to ask, man, how y'all feel about that last Slimeto, man? Y'all fucking with that? Let's ask the fans that. Y'all fucking with that last Slimeto?
Yeah, what's everyone's favorite song on there?
Put some of y'all favorite songs in the comments, man.
Hey, a whole lot of EXO. It's good. JLV here, man. Shout out to JLV. Strong appearance on the project.
Yeah, they say we straight with the audio. Okay, yeah. But yeah. Okay, so let's start the bitch off now, Carl. We good. Drew, what up?
Let's go. Well, yeah, like I said, I got the highest praise for Khris James, man. That's the first and foremost. Got to give him all the respect. He hit me not an hour after the project was out, said he wanted to get to it and everything. But without further ado, the producer room is back. Very, very heavily requested. Everyone wants to know what's going on in the life of YB. Everyone wants to know what's going on with the engineering, with the production, whatever. A super, super special episode. We've been off for like 2-3 weeks, but we're going to start getting back into it. And like I said, a highly requested, one of the GOATs, man, Khris James. What's going on?
It's an honor. A big honor. What's up, Carl? We thugging, man. We cooling. Backwoods in that rotation right now.
First of all, where are you at right now? Because every time I talk to you, you're here, there, everywhere, man. Where are you at right now? Where you been? What's the last 24 hours, 48 hours been like?
I'm somewhere where I can't really disclose on this live right now, you heard me? But we in a secret location. We thugging. We good. We good. I'm on Earth. Sometimes I'm on Mars. Sometimes I might, fuck around, go out of space. Sometimes I'm on Earth right now, though.
Yeah. But, man, I mean, let's get right into it and give everybody what they want to hear. Obviously, YB project out now, going crazy all over the charts. He's got 2 songs trending in the YouTube top 5. Top new tracks on Apple Global 100 charts, the whole thing. So obviously it was a special project. There was a lot of, noise happening around it. Last project in his specific situation, and definitely put the best foot forward with a ton of incredible production, incredible work by both you and Cheese. Like I was saying, man, I feel like we haven't had something where you guys really split the load up like you said. But
shout out Cheese. Shout out Cheese. Shout out my big brother Cheese. I ain't gonna lie. I learned so much from Cheese, from Jason on this project, I'm talking about little shit. Like, it could be something that's like, hold on, bro. Like, all right, that preamp, that's gonna cause this to do this. You see what I'm saying? It could be something that small, but me, I'd say something small. I still feel like it's major. So I learned a lot from him on this project. And I feel like us both coming together on, you see what I'm saying, on this really brought the best out of YB. You see what I'm saying? It brought both worlds into it. It brought the emotional side. It brought the, you see what I'm saying, the big sound and shit with the grimy shit, with the, I don't know, y'all heard how that shit sound?
Yeah, no, it was crazy for sure. But I guess let's get right into it, man. Like, what was kind of like the process around, putting this album together? Obviously, you and YB have worked a ton in the past. You know, you were a heavy presence on Still Steppin', Still Flexin'. And yeah, I mean, what's it like when it's time to just lock in with YB in its album mode? What was this project like?
Shit, I feel like this one was special because it was like we were just going. We were just creating to create. Like, it wasn't really it wasn't like we wasn't doing it. I ain't gonna say no purpose, because everything we do got purpose, but it wasn't like, okay, we need this song to be this big. It need to be, you see what I'm saying? We were just, okay, I like that beat. Let me talk my shit on this bitch. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that was kind of what was special on this one, just like raw emotion. Like, of course, you know, the situation going on right now, we did a lot of that shit at the house. So something dope about that was like, you know, just how we got to catch different vibes and shit. Like, sometimes, you know, we'll hop in a Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Put the equipment in that bitch, hop in a Tesla, and just go in that bitch. We made a couple joints like that. Like, hard bitches, you wouldn't be able to know it's made in no Tesla. You see what I'm saying? Because of the quality and shit. But, like, just different shit like that. How, like I say, just able to catch the raw emotion. How we was able to catch a vibe like that. I feel like that's what made it special, like, on this one.
Yeah, now most definitely. And there's a few things there we got to touch on. But like I said, me and you talking offline for a second before, definitely gotta address the rumor, man. I heard some of these songs were actually made and recorded in the Tesla. Is that true? How did you guys even do that?
So look, yeah. So, you know, it's 2022, bro. They fucking cloning goats. They fucking cloning all type of shit. So you don't think a nigga can't make a song in a car? Like, all right, look, we're gonna take the Apollo. We're gonna get some extension cords. We're gonna, you know, set it up like that. The plugins and shit so good that now these days you'll never even be able to tell that shit was made in the car. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was definitely a vibe in that shit. A vibe. You know, feeling the electronic in that motherfucker.
Yeah, like you said, it's 2022. Anything possible.
Anything possible, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Like what you kind of alluded to, like with everything kind of going on right now, you guys are kind of in one spot, and I feel like it kind of definitely sparks different ways to be creative and just you guys figuring out what you want to do. As far as like the videos and everything, like where does a lot of this creativity come from? Like I know he's got a super solid, amazing team around him. Like I can't say enough about just how genuine guys like yourself, Cheese, Alex are, etc. But like, is a lot of this stuff him where it like really gets creative, or is it a real team effort with everybody around him?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of that shit come from his brain. A lot of that shit just, all right, we getting in this bitch. Man, how we coming? He'll ask a nigga for their input. Nigga lead them in a direction, but then he'll take that one little idea and then expound on it. Like, that's really how that shit go. It's all in the moment. Everything really with us is in the moment. Like, everything, I promise you, that shit in the moment. From how we make the songs, like I say, we might just be feeling like, okay, let's go in the garage, let's record in the car. Okay, now we got to record this one in the house. Okay, now we got, you see what I'm saying? It's just all in the moment of feeling. It could be, okay, yeah, now we need to shoot the video to this one right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's all off feeling. All right, we get to shooting the video. Okay, how we gonna shoot the video? Shit, the same way. It's like I say, just off feeling. Like, okay, let's do this. Okay, yeah, that's a dope scene. Like, everything just in the moment.
Nah, most definitely. And shout out to some of the guys in here, man. I seen Hitman saying was made in the Tesla. Him and Khris James went crazy on there.
Nigga went in the Tessie. Nigga went dumb in the Tessie. I swear to God, nigga was stupid in that bitch.
Crazy. A lot of people saying F the Industry is one of their favorites. Shout out my guy 17 on there. JB Sauced Up. Obviously, Khris is on there too. Kind of talk about some of the background to F the Industry. That's something a lot of people are requesting and hitting up in the comments.
All right, F the Industry. That's when I'm first, you know, I had took, might as well say like a little, I had focused on my artist shit, you heard me? So F the Industry was like one of the first sessions when I came back and I started back working with YB. You know what I'm saying? That was like way early in the year. So it's like, that's when we first reconnected. You see what I'm saying? Getting that vibe back. I pull out the Cubase. See, people don't know. I don't really fuck with that Pro Tools shit. I'm a Cubase guy. Like, that's what we make all the hits on, Cubase. Like, yeah, so I pull out the Cubase and shit, you know, load up the beats. And that was one of the first ones we got on the first days. And shit, we previewed that bitch on live. And the fans went crazy over that bitch. And I was like, son, we gotta put that on there. The fans want that too bad. We can't take it off. We gotta keep this on the tape. It's a must. Like, that was for sure. Like, that was one of the ones.
Yeah. You actually just brought up a point that I want to ask about. You obviously you've worked so closely together for such a long period of time. And we're going to get into in a second, like how you guys clicked up initially, but I'm sure you've worked together at an extended arm's reach where you're more so sending stuff through, and then also with you being right there and directly with him. But you kind of said how, you know, clips start floating around of F the industry, XYZ, whatever. How much of that input from the internet, like, actually gets taken in? Like, will a song leak and he sees how crazy it's going and want to drop it? Does that make him not want to drop it? Does he not really care? Like, how does that affect anything, if it does at all?
Shout out to fans.
Hey, man, shout out to fans. Shout out to fans.
Shout out to fans. Yeah, man. Shout out to fans.
Obviously, I think there's a lot of people in here, new and old. I've watched your like Small Eyes interview a bunch of times where you kind of talk about the initial click up and everything, but how did it first happen? The very first time you guys ever started working, like how did it really happen?
Me having a studio in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, turning up with that shit. That just led the way, you know, to him. He came to my shit one time and then we were just stuck. That's how that shit really happened. Asked nigga to come to LA and shit, nigga never came back.
And the XO army starts getting created from there.
Yeah, the XO shit, that real XO shit, yeah. Shout out to XO niggas, man, you hear me?
Playboy was telling me a story about the first ever time he gave him beats. He took the hard drive and threw it in the street. The very first time they ever started.
I don't know. And that dude, Playboy, be out his body.
Hey, man. Salute to Playboy, though.
Hey, Playboy be out his body. See,
Yeah.
I wouldn't never, when that shit happened. I was then we recorded Genie. That's on Playboy beat. Shit, that was some real legendary shit. That shit happened fast. I remember when I was mixing that bitch, I was damn near shaking in that bitch. I don't even know why I was shaking. I don't know. I must just knew that bitch was just pressure. I don't know, but nigga released that bitch to the world. That's one of the, you know, highest view songs on YouTube that he got. That's raw.
Yeah, most definitely. Shout out to some of the guys in here. Tay, Hitman. I seen Summers in here too. Salute to Summers. Everybody go check out what Summers got.
My nigga, what's up? Hitman, my motherfucking dog, what's up? Who else we in? Who else in this bitch, man? Roll call, yeah. Who in this bitch? What up? Yeah, tell me out.
I seen Rel made it. Salute to Rel made it.
What's that, Rel?
On there. 15 years old too, really making it happen. Him, Horrid, K10, a strong presence on there. Let's get into that, matter of fact. Like K10, Rel, Horrid, Medusa.
Oh, hold on. Time out. Baby. Shout out Ripper. Shout out the Ripper in this motherfucker, you hear me? Shout out Ripper. Shout out Nate, you hear me? Yeah. My bad. We had to do that. That was mandatory. Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Nah, I can pay attention. Yeah.
The Ripper kit's legendary. But there's a lot of guys on here who I've been kind of following for a while. They've had a lot of placements with up and coming artists, etc. You know, some of those guys I'll put in like that, like a K10 Beats, Medusa, who I've seen in here, We Love Heavy, a bunch of those guys, and that's Medusa, of course, in here. And like I said, you and Cheese so genuine. Like I've received phone calls from you guys just about like what's going on. I want to hear how you're doing, whatever. And it's like it's incredibly refreshing in like an industry like this where a lot of people are always trying to like, you know, pick people for what they got going on, trying to do this and that. But like how does that come together? You guys are always giving the up and coming producers an opportunity to just like be heard, and a lot of you guys are responsible for a lot of people's first ever placements. Like, you know, how does it kind of go with you guys wanting to do things like that?
Shit. For me, I don't know, that shit get deep. But for me, it's just like shit. I like seeing niggas shine. That's what the main thing is. We can go in detail with that, but the main underlying shit is I like seeing niggas shine. I ain't scared to share the spotlight with a nigga. You see what I'm saying? If you raw, that shit raw, man. Shit, turn that shit up.
Do you have any kind of like strategies on how to just kind of like, you know, keep your ear to the street, keep your foot onto the pulse of like the hottest up and coming producers or what's going to come next? Like, are you guys really going through everything you get sent? Like, how do people get heard if
I go through everything that gets sent? Everything that gets sent, I go through everything. So, because I swear to God, it's always people double texting, hey, look, check your email, or they get the texting it to me thinking I'm not checking my email. I'm damn near checking my email as much as I'm checking my text. Like, I'm going through all that shit. I'm listening through all that shit. I ain't gonna lie. It's like, okay, you might keep sending shit, but I might see your name one time, right? And I might have clicked it, listened through it, and your shit was garbage. I'm never clicking your name again. You might probably be sending fire all through the other ones, but if that one pack is shits, that's on your body. I can't even go through nothing else. But if I go through your pack and it's hitting on something, like the drums hitting, the vibe on what it's supposed to be, okay, yeah, I'm clicking name, you know, more and more. Hey, shout out KGXO in this bitch. Shout out Caleb. Yeah, we thugging in here. Yeah, XO shit, for real.
Shout out to all the XO members, man. So, I mean, it is really, really important to have just strong first impression, huh? Because like you said, you might not never get clicked again. This one is crazy.
First impression is everything. Because, look, it's like, okay, I might be playing the shit. Bam. Your shit garbage. Don't let me not been to check your shit. Don't let me been playing your shit in the moment like it's game time and I'm just randomly clicking your pack. Man, now you embarrassing me. Oh, no, it's over with. It's over with. No, it's done. It's done. Finito. Get him out of here, coach. Sit him down. Sit him down right now.
He said sit him down. What about strategies for people to send you stuff the right way? Like, is anyone sending it in a weird Google Drive type thing where you got to download and do all this extra stuff that you're just not going to do it? Like, how should people do it to make it the easiest for you?
I don't know. Just hit the DM. And then hit the DM and we'll go from there. That'd be the main thing.
Once people are sending to your mail, are you preferring like them to send like 3 MP3s, Dropbox links, or things like that? Like, I'm an up and coming producer. What's my best chance to make sure I get heard? Like 3 MP3s on the email. You like Dropboxes where you can go through a bunch at once, or like how is it preferred by you?
I ain't gonna lie, Carl. I don't even like giving them my email no more. I don't even. It's like I said, you gotta go in the DM. And I gotta just, I don't know. I'm gonna feel your vibe through the DM. You hear me? Yeah. I'm gonna go on your page, scroll through, see what's happening. I don't know. I might hear something about you. Man, well, I don't know. It's all off the bat.
I see people saying like, Khris don't check his DM anyway, so it doesn't matter. First of all, I know that's false.
I do check my shit, man. Niggas just don't reply. Everybody check their shit. They just don't reply. I'm trying to, y'all stupid.
Most definitely. Also, like, everyone's got to be smart with like the approach and everything. Like, people commenting right now, Khris, check your DM. Like, obviously, this is the worst possible time for you to tell them. DM.
People just retarded too.
But all right, back to the project. Like, let's start it off in the very beginning. Like, your first time going to link up with him for this specific project. Like, what's that very first day like? Like, what's the vibe when you get there? Like, how does everything really kick off?
It's a regular. Pick up where we left off.
Yeah. It's like
easy shit.
That's the best type of working relationships too, where no matter how much time has surpassed in the meantime, it's like you always just picked up. Obviously the project is up right now. We're gonna kind of move into answering some questions if anybody has any specific questions about songs being made or the project in general or whatever. But what's your favorite song on there right now?
I like all them bitches.
All of them.
All right, my favorite one. I don't know. I don't got a favorite yet. I gotta let it live with me as a project. Like, these songs been living with me as songs, of course, but as a project, I gotta live with it for a little longer to really just digest that shit.
Most definitely.
Shout out In That Mode, man. We thugging, man. In That Mode on the way too.
How like kind of go through how you think like you're very, very like well-rounded, like engineering wise, artist wise, but then you're obviously an artist in your own right and the music is fire. So how do you think like, do you think that gives you an advantage, like just knowing how to work it from an artist angle? And like, how do you think that like kind of pops as far as your presence on the project being felt altogether?
I think, yeah, it has a benefit because I'm able to put myself in the shoes. You see what I'm saying? I'm knowing kind of what's going through. It's like, okay, I know what I'll fake be feeling and I know what I'll fake want to do. So shit, let me, just suggest that.
Definitely. What how does being an artist start off for Khris James? Like, when's the first time you ever made your own music? Like, what was the first song you released, first song you made? You were fire always, or is off a little rocky.
Man, I was an artist first before all that shit. Maybe before all this shit started. The engineering shit came from me trying to make money to, you know, support my artist shit. You see what I'm saying? Bam, I had got 5 from Costco. I was working at that bitch. Got 5 from that motherfucker. So I'm like, damn, I needed to make some money. So I had to start engineering. And then shit, it just so happened. It wasn't my fault. It just so happened shit. Nigga was the sickest with that shit. You heard me? Bam, and that bitch just did what it did. And I had started just recording everybody in the city. Bam, damn, I'm talking about everything coming through the city, everything coming through the state is coming through my studio, you know, the real significant shit. So bam, and that just shit led this way to YB. So yeah, that's how that shit happened. But it's like I always been an artist. I've been an artist first. Like my first song, I don't know, I've been had songs. Been. I had a song called Too Lit, man. That shit all on the radio, that shit out everywhere. That shit doing what it would do, you hear me? Yeah. With Jay, like, yeah, that's one of the ones, you hear me? The artist shit, that's what I do though. That's main. Yeah. That's my main thing. I'm an artist first, then I'm a producer, then I'm an engineer.
Most definitely. And the artist side is running up too, and we're gonna get into that and a whole bunch of stuff you got on the way, because I know you got a ton, but we're not just gonna skip through like what you got fired from Costco from, man. How did that end up happening?
I got fired from Costco because I kept being late.
You kept being late.
Tripping. Hey, look, they strict at that bitch. Hey, look, them bitches pay good. Hey, they gonna start you off. Hey, look, then think about it. This back in like what this is like 20, I don't know, like 2016, some shit. So you know, bam. I'm a real young nigga. I'm getting paid like $13 an hour. Stop playing for man. You getting paid $13 for like pushing baskets. So it's like, all right, bam, some real bread. But since they paying you so good, look, then you make on Sundays you making time and a half. Yeah, it's real pressure at that bitch. But since they doing all, and then you get good benefits. But since they doing all that shit, you know, they real strict at that bitch. So it wasn't for me. I was late at that bitch too many times. They let me go.
Yeah. Did you ever have a moment at Costco where your artist stuff was taken off and someone like recognized you while you were working?
I mean, in a way. But that was really, I mean, I can't remember. In a way. You know, it always been steady for a nigga. It always been, moving right for a nigga. Shit taking off better now. You know, it is what it is though.
Yeah. As far as you on the artist side of things, like a ton of videos have been releasing, you know, pretty recently. Obviously, you've been focused on some other things in the most recent past, but you know, raw shit going crazy, keep going crazy, fishbowl going crazy, hooligans, 100,000 views in less than like 2 months. Like
hooligans going stupid.
Crazy. What can we expect next when it comes to like Khris James music? Like, is there anything new and exciting on the way?
Man, I'm about to drop that I'm popping. You heard me? That's another video I'm about to drop soon. And then look, in that mode, it's gonna drop on the 19th. I know I said the 12th, you heard me, but look, that bitch gonna drop on the 19th. That bitch dropping on the 19th. So in that mode on the 19th, I got a lot of new shit on that bitch. That bitch gonna be one of them ones too. Believe the hype, people was fucking with that one, but I feel like shit. This in that mode gonna take me to a whole nother level, for sure. But yeah, in that mode on the 19th. So that bitch ain't gonna drop on the 12th on this Friday. It's gonna drop on the 19th.
On the 19th in that mode, and then man, I've been hearing some top secret information. It's a little EXO collaborative, a little something going on. Gonna get a bunch of the most talented around and start working on some EXO music, man.
Obviously, we hitting another private location. You heard me? We hitting another private location, and then we gonna, I'm flying out the real, the Avengers. You heard me? Them real yeah bitches, the real yeah niggas. You heard me? Yeah, we flying them out. We gonna all come together and we gonna make some magic. You heard me? For sure.
All the Avengers, man. Speaking of the most talented ones, making appearances on this project, or just in general, like, I'll give you the floor to just shout out some of the people that you love working with the most. Obviously, we gave a lot of kudos to the people in the chat right now, but who's some of the people that's just your go-to? And like, you need to make something that's just pressure for sure. Like, who are some of your go-tos?
Down. Shit, all right, if I'm being realistic, just because it ain't reach, all right, bam, I'm gonna go to Rip. I gotta go to Ripple. Shout out Ripple. Man, I don't know, man. It's whatever. Like, I'm sending it out to whoever. I send it out to TNT. I send it out to Tay. I send that bitch out to, K-Dub. I send that bitch out to all type of motherfuckers, to really put it together and have it do what I need,
Yeah. We're gonna get back to this project, but let's take it back to like the still Flexin, still Steppin days. Like, what was kind of like the mode back then? Because I feel like that was what, early 2020. I want to say it dropped like February 2020, and I feel like that's when like you guys coming together, and it's just like the Midas touch type shit. Like everything you guys dropped just running, and I feel like that's when you really started taking over YouTube and this and that. Like, what was it like, kind of like locking in back in those days and like working on that project together? Any like big memorable moments?
Shit. All that shit was legendary, man. All that shit was legendary. For sure, a lot of legendary moments. Shit, a lot of that shit we ain't gonna get spoke on. Hey, look at Rich Porter, the stupid ass in this bitch. He talking about, look, he always driving. He always talking shit. Look, I'm on his ass. I'm on his ass, though. It's good.
Yeah. As far as like, what's coming next, like what's some things Khris James, everybody can be on the lookout that you're excited about? Is it any non-music stuff you're working on right now that you're excited about as well?
Shit, no. I ain't gonna let my mind on this music, man. My mind on this money. My mind on my own shit, It's all that shit. We just dropped that Last Slimeto. That shit a classic already. Been out of date. It's already a classic. I don't care what the niggas say. You hear me? Bam. And now we about to drop the In That Mode on August 19th. Everybody, we're gonna get that right, for about a week, and then we're gonna come with it how we need to come with it. It's already legendary. Everything we do, legendary for sure.
Yeah. Let me ask you this too. I guess as far as you guys clicking up and locking in and releasing a lot of new stuff, or just your kind of like presence in the city and what you have going on, like, was there like a certain moment, whether it was you on your artist side of things when you were catching up, you spoke to one of your songs catching and going on radio early on, or you as an engineer just locking in with a lot of artists on a super close level? Like, was there one moment that you kind of remember where you were like, okay, like this is gonna work? Because there's a point where you're almost just kind of like doing it for fun, hoping it's gonna work. But was there a spillover point to where you were like, oh no, I got this, like this music shit is really what I can do, period?
Shit. I always knew that this was gonna jump off, but really once I start engineering, I got fired from my job. I'm able to start engineering. I'm really paying my bills from engineering. You see what I'm saying? I'm able to take my trips how I need to take my trips and still do my music how I need to do my music. I'm like, okay, yeah, this shit becoming something. Like, okay, yeah, I can really do this shit. Yeah, it was around that time.
Did you teach yourself how to engineer just basically based off of the fact that someone had
to do it? Look, from day one, I promise you. Look, I've been a rapper, a producer, and an engineer from day one. I promise you, on God, look. Because look, I got my dogs from off the street. I had got some studio equipment. Man, my sister had brought me that shit. Man, I had just set that shit up and taught myself how to do that shit. It was like a 8-track though. This was like way back in the gap. You hear me? So bam, I had taught myself how to work that shit. Bam, learn how to do that. Some power had wasted in that shit. You hear me? So I had to upgrade to the computer shit, and that's when I had got put on Cubase. That's similar to Pro Tools, but that's some other shit. That's what I fuck with. You hear me? I had got put on to that shit, and it went from there. I had really just taught myself how to work this shit.
Someone said ask good questions. What the hell wrong with you? I'm asking a lot of questions that you guys are asking there, buddy. But
garden shit.
Let me ask you this. So it starts as an artist, and then engineering and making beats kind of go simultaneously, or which one happens first?
Man, that shit damn to happen all together. It's like shit. Yeah. I don't know. I swear to God, it really happened all together. Like shit, I'm rapping. It's probably rapping first. I'm rapping now. I need beats to rap too. You know what I'm saying? So then I start making beats, and I'm about to record myself rapping. Like shit, it all happened all together. Like then I start recording my homeboys, and then like I said, I got fired from my job, and then I had already started doing all this shit in the beginning. So I'm like, damn, all right, fuck, I already know how to do it. Let me just go ahead and start trying to make money off of it. So I started charging like $20 an hour. You hear me? And then shit, $20 turned to $30, $30 turned to $40, $40 turned to $50, $50. Yeah, then it just got pressure.
Yeah. So at first, when you were making music, you were getting beats sent to you, using beats, whatever, but they just weren't of quality that you needed. So that's
now I was on SoundClick. I was on SoundClick. I don't know if niggas know about SoundClick. Not
Yeah.
SoundCloud. SoundClick. I was on SoundClick. You hear me? I was on that bitch for a little minute, and then that shit just, I don't know, that shit just wasn't the vibe no more. So I'm like, man, I gotta make my own shit. I gotta make the ass. So, you know, I got the Ripper kit, you know, I got Atmosphere, I got, you know, the right shit, the Yerby, and put it in motion. And made it do what it do.
Yeah, most definitely. Everyone wants me to ask you about the deluxe. If he knows, he's not gonna give you any information about that anyway, so you might as well stop asking. But what about Off the Lean? Everyone's asking about Off the Lean. That's 1,000 comments asking about that. What do you guys say about that?
They say me, I be gone from Off the Lean.
They want to be getting it, man, but we'll see.
Well, they pressure.
Yeah, there he is, man. As far as what's kind of some of the most memorable moments working on this project that stick out to you?
On this one, right now in my brain, probably how we just in the whip, we just pow, pow. We in that bitch, we there, letting that bitch run.
Yeah.
I'm talking about nigga do that bitch. One take type shit. We could let it go. I swear to God. Like, yeah, one of them. Probably that.
Whose idea was it to do it in the Tesla?
Shit, his.
That was his idea. And it's just a new creative spark that'll just kind of happen from sitting in there.
Right. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. For sure, for sure.
Man. Yeah, Hitman, we need that video.
Shout out Hitman.
What about the features on the project? Obviously, you got Rod on there. I feel like Rod and YB is just a recipe to just break YouTube altogether. But Rod on there, Kaylani, Quavo, like, what was kind of like locking them with the features? Did you get a chance to work with any of them? Like, what was that process like?
Nah, that was all Jason. That was all Jason work. Me, you know, I'm straight ratchet shit. I'm straight. I'm straight Freedom Fives. I'm straight. Yeah, I can't think of them right now off the top of my head, but I'm straight top side. I'm straight, you know, making niggas get out their body. You hear me? Yeah, shout out Jason. Shout out G.
Shout out Jason, man. We gave a lot of praise to Jason, but what about as far as, is there any other artists you're working with that you're upcoming artists that you're excited about? Like, what are you really listening to right now? Obviously all the stuff you've been making, but is there any like upcoming artists that you're excited about in the camp? Like anybody you're just listening to?
Shout out to all my XO people. Shout out Aston Martin. Shout out Kid For Real. Hey, Kid For Real just dropped that Super Kids. Hey, that bitch pressure. You ever go listen to that number 2? Yeah, that bitch dumb. You ever that number 2 on that Super Kid. You hear me? That's what a lot I'm listening to. You know, a lot of XO shit, a lot of my little brother shit, a lot of, you know, Last Slimeto. You hear me? Top Sound. You hear me? You hear me? Colors, all that shit. You hear me? That's what I'm on right now.
Yeah.
For real. My shit. You hear me? In that mode, August 19th. August 19th, in that mode, dropping. You hear me? That bitch gonna be so dumb. I swear to God, Carl. Hey, Carl, that bitch gonna be so dumb. Y'all thought Believe the Hype was dumb. Hey, Believe the Hype on this in that mode. I really got in that mode. I'm talking about eyes blacked out. You hear me? Yeah, on some dumb shit.
So great stuff. It's a bunch of people have asked, like, how do I get in the mix? How do I work with you? How do I work with Khris James, etc. I guess, like, we don't have to answer that head on specifically, but if I'm an up and coming producer, loop maker, whatever, like, talk about some of the do's and don'ts, because I always like to highlight some of the things that people do that's just like, bro, what are you doing, to try to help people avoid making that mistake. Like, what's some of the do's and don'ts as an up and coming producer as far as like me trying to lock in with Khris James?
Hey, don't spam me. I swear to God, they got people that's spamming me. I'm looking at y'all spam me every day, and that's making me not want to answer y'all shit even more. It's like, dude, calm down, nigga, see your shit. Calm down. Hey, but that might just be me. I don't know. I don't like spam. Like, you know, say what you gotta say and say something meaningful. You know, yeah, be about your business. And like my nigga KG say, when you do send something, when you get that opportunity, you gotta come through with something that's of value. You gotta come through with something valuable that's gonna have a nigga, you know, wanting to click your shit. Because if you send something that's not of value, you're gonna make a nigga not want to click your shit, and you're gonna make me you're gonna make me make a whole new email and not give you that bitch. That's what you're gonna make me do.
No, I mean, that's with anything. Like, I know obviously it's a lot of upcoming producers, artists, whatever, but a lot of people always hit me like just how to position your way into the industry or this or that. And like you said it head on perfectly. Like, figure out a way to kind of like get into the mix, provide value with anything you do. Like, even, you know, we were talking to Corbett not too long ago on a different producer room episode. He was saying, shit, in the beginning when I was getting invited to the studio when I was around, I didn't really get a chance to play beats and stuff, but I was just ready to help. They needed this chair moved. I'll move this chair. They would do this. They would do that. So just kind of provide value in any way, shape, or form.
Right. Just some type of value, man. Like, just, you know, don't come in there just with the yo. You come in there with the yo, that's a no. I'm scroll. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. He said the yo is a no, man. But like I said, the producer room, we appreciate it big time. A whole bunch more producer room content on the way. We're going to finish this off with just a few minutes. Any questions, anybody can just comment. Any questions, whatever. We see you guys asking about Off the Lean. We see you guys asking about 724. Flood the comments. Any question, I'm going to give Khris, you know, 5-10 minutes to address what he wants to do, and then we'll be off from there.